Hi everyone, I'm Lorenzo, the online programming coordinator at North York Community House. North York Community House is a neighborhood center that has been working with newcomers and residents in the North York area of Toronto for 30 years. We offer a wide variety of programs to help children, youth, adults, and seniors to settle, thrive, and belong in their new lives in Canada. This is our new video series called Wellness Resiliency, and in this video we're going to chat with Morena, one of our wellness ambassadors, about how to navigate stress. Let's go. Welcome back and welcome, Morena. How are you?
Good. How are you today?
I'm good. So in this video, we're going to talk about stress and how to navigate stress. So Morena, we often hear how to deal with stress, but we hardly ever hear how to navigate stress. So to you, what's the difference between how to deal with and how to navigate?
That's actually a really great question. The way I like to explain stress management is there's always going to be ebbs and flows. So it's almost like a path, right? We all have external and internal stressors that are going to change throughout our lives. So just some examples of external stressors. We've got work, school, kids, money, society, and some internal stressors are maybe negative self-talk, unrealistic expectations, perfectionism, to name a few. So just like a sailor knows when the wind shifts, they need to shift the course. That's what I love about navigating stress. It's course correction. It's essential with stress management. We may have a certain technique that's been working for us for a couple of years, but then we're realizing it's not working so much. So that's when it's time for you to find a new technique for you to manage your stress. So I find with the word dealing, it's very rigid. Whereas the idea here is we need to focus more on navigating through those challenges, and that's completely fine. So we actually are learning to navigate stress is better for me.
Wow, that's a beautiful explanation, personal explanation. So you mentioned techniques. So teach us how to sail through stress. What is one or two techniques that you use?
Of course. Well, I like to practice a few techniques, and it really does depend on my mood and the particular situation. So one that comes actually to mind is meditation. So meditation can actually build resilience over time, and it encourages you to be more present and more relaxed. So one of the things that I love about meditation is that there's so many types out there. So for example, if you don't like sitting, that's okay. You can do some walking meditation. If you love listening to music, there's music meditation. There's even eating meditation where you actually savor the food. That's sort of like a mindfulness technique. So what I love about this is you can go online, search a couple of options out there, try them a couple of days and see which one works for you, and then keep going at it.
Hold on a sec. You said walking meditation. So you mean actually walking and maybe listen to music, or not being on your phone?
Yes, absolutely. So for example, if you're new to meditation, you can have a guided meditation, on your earphones and whatnot, and you can be walking, or you can just be walking outside and be mindful of every step you take, and then looking at your surroundings. So it's almost like a calming aspect. So there's a lot of options out there for you. Yes, you're not going to be walking and looking at your phone because that's dangerous.
Yeah, because I do that. I love going for walks, and then I start thinking about things. So
yeah, I would say if that happens, I would say pause, take a couple of deep breaths, and just be there for that moment, and then continue walking and look at your surroundings and really enjoy that moment.
Okay, so this is the first one. What's the second one? One of you.
One of my go-tos recently is more a muscle relaxation technique. So this is where you actually tense up your body. So if you're okay with it, Lorenzo, I'd love to show you.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
So I'm going to tense up. I'm going to take a deep breath, tense up my shoulders and hands, and then release. And you can do it a couple of times, and you're actually forcing your body to relax as you've tensed everything up and you're releasing it. It makes you come back into your body, and it's really good technique for anxiety. Even if you don't have anxiety, you can actually practice this as a stress management technique, if you feel a little bit overwhelmed.
Okay, and we have to like stand up, or can we
You know
remain
what?
seated? Like,
You can do it sitting down. You can do it lying down if you prefer, or you can obviously be standing up. Just be mindful of your surroundings. You're not going to hold your breath too long because we don't want you to pass out. But just a little deep breath, and then just release, and that's a great way.
Okay, that's especially after work or after
Yes.
studying, you said, or after, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. And speaking of stressors, we have internal stressors, yeah, and external stressors. When I think about stress is, internal, I think I'm
yes.
basically isolated. So
Yes.
the next question is it worth sharing my stress with other people, or do I become a burden for them?
Oh, that's a great question. And I love that you brought it up. I think it's very important to learn techniques to handle your stress internally, because there are going to be times where we can't eliminate our stress. We need to learn to live within it and with it. However, you need to share. Being honest and open about the stress that you're experiencing actually strengthens your relationships with your loved ones and your friends. So that's very important. And what actually happens, like you just said, Lorenzo, is when we're really stressed, we naturally want to isolate. We retreat to ourselves, be it because we feel a sense of shame, guilt, or we're just ultimately overwhelmed. So I always love to encourage anybody that's going through a stressful time, reach out to your family members, a friend. If you don't have someone close to you, I would say you can even reach out to a mental health professional, such as a counselor or therapist or a social worker. I say that we all need connection and we all need support in our lives. It doesn't have to be for big moments. We all have everyday challenges, and we don't need to do it all alone. And I like to put a little, a little plug. I would say if you don't have someone that you're close to and you feel comfortable or that you can trust, Niche actually provides one-on-one counseling and group therapy for newcomers to Canada. So if you need help, feel free to reach out. There's information on our website. So you don't need to be isolated. You don't need to be alone.
Yeah, exactly. And all the information would be down below here in the box below. So what's your final message?
I would say my final message is, remember that you're sailing a ship. Stress is going to come and go, regardless of where you're at in your life. So just acknowledge that you're not alone. You have some techniques. Search online all the time if they don't fit the ones that I shared today. And remember to reach out to friends if you need some additional support.
Awesome. So thank you again, Morena. And
my pleasure.
You mentioned techniques. So for the people who are watching us, what is one technique that you usually use? Feel free to comment down below. And Morena, we will see each other next time.
Okay, have a good one.
Bye. Bye.